Peace and blessings, butterflies. So, it's your girl Emyne, and I'm here with a message for butterflies. And this is a longer one, so I had to throw it on YouTube. Really wanted to give myself the space to really express this concept that I've been consciously and intentionally going over for about a week, but I already know it's been a topic within my life for months and probably my entire life. But just like zeroing in on like a specific part of it, I guess, in a specific like stream of conscious, which how specific can a stream of conscious even be, right? But also, side note, I am feeling sick, so that's why my voice sounds like this. And if I cough a little bit throughout, that's because I'm sick. And hopefully, we can move past it. Y'all can still be present with me. But yeah, so the concept that I wanted to discuss has to do with love. I know, broad concept, girl. Okay, you gotta dive a little deeper to that because that's already so complex. I get you. So take my hand, let's go on this journey. I was sitting here and I was thinking about like what is my takeaway from this solar return, this whole year that I've spent going around the sun. And my biggest takeaway, like of course I could talk about like the strides I made in my career, or I could talk about like the professional advances, or just a bunch of different things I could talk about. But what really was a takeaway for me, especially in the moment that I was sitting there considering it, because I was also sick at that moment too, is really the love. And that brought me to, of course, a deep, deep sense of gratitude when it comes to just like the love I've been receiving from the people closest to me and like my community, and how I've been intentionally seeing that. Like I've intentionally been showing up with the belief and understanding that people love me, and I, I can be comfortable in that. And that gratitude and that insight led me to this other insight, because I was also already feeling super proud of myself. But the next thought was like, people are able to, I just got an epiphany while saying this, so this is kind of double-sided, but people, I feel like I've been able to see the love that is for me in the world because I've been able to love myself in ways that I didn't even know I would need, or ways that were possible within this past year. And the wonder and spectacular thing to that is that I'll change and I get to learn how to love myself differently over time. And like that just makes me so fucking excited. Like I don't think I've been excited about something like that in a while, but I'll get to love myself, and that's what love is supposed to feel like. Side note, if like that is how you should feel about your partner. If you want to know if you love somebody, do you get excited learning how to love them in new ways? Granted, it's not always gonna be exciting, so I digress. I don't even want to get too much into that. But anyway, so back to the two-sided, to it being two-sided. There are people who love me when I didn't know how to love myself, though. And I think those are the people that have a special, very fucking special place in my heart. Mind you, you have to teach everyone how to show you love, but there are people who would naturally just love you without ever, being shown, even if it's not done in the best way. Like even if it's just like a feeling or how they know how to express it. And then on top of that, it's like, even when you didn't have it to teach yourself, let alone teaching the person, and there were people who loved you anyway. Some people I, can say that about are like my closest family, my siblings, my mother, my father, my grandparents. Those are some people who loved me when I didn't even know what like love necessarily was consciously. So yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, so that's a two-sided joint, because even if you don't know how to love yourself, like, you still deserve love. And that kind of actually segues into my next point. So I was sitting here and I was watching A Wrinkle in Time, which, by the way, I know I'm late to the party, but that movie right there, nigga, that shit is lit, dog. Like, I loved that fucking movie. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I made like 4 paintings. Like, that shit was so inspiring and so beautiful. And this is what the fuck that movie like gave me. And this is why I'm so glad. Like I was struggling trying to make this message for days, and it's like I love when it happens, because whenever that starts to happen, I have to surrender. And I did. Although I did feel frustration, I did surrender, because God always has a better fucking plan, and it's always something a little extra God wants to save just to make that shit special. Y'all not hearing me. It's always a little extra something God want to save to make that shit special, for you. It doesn't mean that it's not for you. It just means that God adding a little, come on, you can't hot chocolate out the whipped cream, vegan of course. You can't hot chocolate out the whipped cream, you feel me? Like, and the marshmallows and shit. Like, anybody gonna just give you regular hot chocolate? What Alicia Keys say? Man, I always put the milk in that shit because you special, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Like, I'm gonna get the oat milk for you, the almond milk. I don't really fuck with soy milk, but if that's your twist, then baby, let's do the motherfucking twist. And do the twist. All right, y'all, anyway. I'm real excited, so. But anyway, so, back to the point. This is all part of the point. Fuck it, it's all part of the plan. But God, we talk about source, my favorite thing to talk about. So, like, God always putting that little extra swirl in that bitch for you. And I'm just so glad God took their time with this message for me and didn't let me put it out when I thought it was time and I thought I had the complete idea. Because nah, my nigga, that shit had to grow just a little bit more. And so that leads me to just like, in the movie, like, one of the things that was a gift for her was her flaws. Like, the main character, she didn't really like fuck with herself to the fullest extent. And she had been through a lot of stuff, and I think that made her like dislike herself and some of the things, the decisions she made and the way she was. And throughout, like, those are exactly the things that, and bear with me here because this gonna seem like I'm done the point, but I promise you it gets better. So it's like, we all heard like your quote unquote flaws is what makes you special. And I know some people tired of hearing that. It is very much so true though. That doesn't take the truth out of it and the fact out of it. But the part that's even more fucking special is that you over here sitting here thinking, damn, why shit gotta be hard for me? Why my journey gotta be so different? For my people of color, specifically my artists of color, my creators of color. Come on, hold my hand, don't let my hand go. Why I always gotta be the frustration? Why I always gotta be the fire? You know, why my shit always gotta be so fucking different, so frustrated, so misunderstood, whatever the case may be. And you looking at other people who seem like they got it easier, seem like shit just whatever, right? And you wondering why you got all these flaws and you got all this frustration. And little do you fucking, oh, wait, before we get to the motherfucking promised land. It's like, no, not the promised land. You know, you sitting here thinking that your flaws and the fact that you are like, you know, causing the ripples and shit, you looking at that as a reason you don't deserve the things you want, the career you want, the person you want, the life you want, the love you want. And whole time, you moving through that is exactly the fucking point. You being able to, people watching you grow into your confidence and grow into your power is exactly your fucking power. You sitting here feeling like, oh, these people, they get up and they perform and it's so easy for them, or they manifest this and it's so easy for them. And I don't have that belief in myself. I don't have that magic for myself. I don't have that love for myself. And let me tell you something, you fucking beautiful, powerful, amazing fucking being. Like they said in the movie, you know how many things in the universe had to align perfectly and intentionally just for you to exist? First of all, and that's just a fucking side note, hold my hand. Hold my hand, baby. Listen, you learning how to love yourself, that is not a flaw. There's not something wrong with you. That's not a fault. That is not a downfall. That is the fucking testimony. That is the story. That is the whole fucking point. That is the life that you chose. And as you learn, you have no idea how many people are looking at you like fucking wow. The people that you may feel like it comes so easy this, or they do so easy that, or, you know, whatever, all the thoughts that we be having in our head, they're looking at you like, yeah, that's cool, like, and I love myself, but like, wow, look at you learning how to do something you want to do, taking a chance on yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you might not be the most confident, you might not be the strongest at the moment, but you're still even conscious of the desire to want to learn. That is the most courageous fucking thing of anybody in the room. You have the audacity and the courage to be in the room with the motherfuckers, you know? Like, bro, listen. I'm saying all of that to say, you are so beautiful. Exactly where you are, how you are, what you are, and who you are. And everything that is a flaw about you, makes you so fucking beautiful and so fucking powerful. And as you learn how to love yourself, yes, with all the good things and the talents and the strides and the pretty things and the jewels, those are amazing. But you can love yourself with the quote unquote flaws too. The things you're trying to grow. You know, you can love the plants you got in your house that ain't doing so well that you still learning how to take care of. Yeah, nigga. It's that part for me. And it's that part for Source. It's that part for your ancestors. And for the people who fucking love you truly and deeply and borderline unconditionally, it's that part for them as well. I had to burp. And so if I had to leave tying on a bow my thoughts for this solar return, mind you that I've made mistakes. I've done things I'm not proud of. I've probably done things I could have avoided. I've done things that set me back. I've doubted myself. I've fucking lost faith in things and had to rebuild. Man, I didn't all types of shit over this year. You know what I'm saying? Yet and still, bro, here I am able to tell y'all I'm learning to love myself, and I'm able to celebrate and love. You know how fucking powerful that is? With all of that in mind, not despite my flaws, not despite my mistakes, not despite the shadow Emyne, but the shadow Emyne, the light Emyne, the one that's in between, the balance, the fucking angel, the fucking demon, the fucking light, the fucking dark, the yin and the yang, all of it. The black, the white, and the motherfucking gray. Okay? And I'm fucking proud to say that. And that's if I was to transition tomorrow, you know, I would want to leave y'all with that. I always say that I would want to leave y'all with believing yourself against all odds, which I'm still learning how to do. But I think in this 23rd solar return, I'm able to say that the other thing, the maybe not even number 2, but next to that, I would say, give yourself the space to learn how to love you, and let it be a journey. Let it be a journey. It don't gotta be right away. But that feeling to be loved on and to love, this year I've loved. I loved people. And I finally allowed myself to love myself in new ways, and I received love. You know? That shit is beautiful. And everything that is for me will be. And I hope you find peace in that. And if you don't feel it in this moment, you know, like they say in A Wrinkle in Time, the father, he was saying that love is always there, even when you don't feel it. Even when you don't feel it. All right, butterflies. I love you. Fly high. This joint won't even let me end it. Oh, well.